Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I am going to be ranking the hardest mages in the game to play. So we'll be going over all the mages that are played in the middle lane in Honor of Kings, and we are going to be ranking them from hardest to easiest. So I have already made a video for the junglers in the game, so if you haven't checked it out already, make sure to check it out as well. And yeah, if you like these content and want to watch more of them, please make sure to support me by hitting the like and subscribe button. With no further ado, let us get right into the video. Alright, so as usual I'm going to be dividing the tiers into impossible, hard, normal, easy and eyes closed. So pretty much every single mage in the game is easy to play. I know there are very hard mages in Honor of Kings, but they haven't yet been released in the global version yet. But the mages we have right now, most of them are very straightforward and easy to play. With that being said, let us get right into the video. My Shiranui is the first mage that we are going to rate, and she is going to be on the hard tier. The reason for that is she is very hard to control for a beginner, or basically someone who plays her for the very first time not knowing what she can do. Every ability is followed up by an enhanced dash. So if you use an ability and if you pull your movement cursor in whichever direction you pull it, she will automatically do a dash. It's very hard to properly control it, because even if you slightly do the dash wrong, you'll just go into the enemy tower or in the middle of the enemy team while your target is to attack them and then come back. But if you pull it forward, you'll just go inside, and it's kinda hard to control. You have to be very careful. And overall, she's an assassin mage. Assassin mages have very less HP, but they are supposed to get in the middle and take out the enemy squishies. So that alone makes her very hard when compared to mages who stand so far away and just throw their abilities and just get the work done. So yeah, she's a hard mage. Angela is a very easy mage to play. I wouldn't say she can be played eyes closed, and the reason for that is it's hard to properly use her abilities, the first and second ability, on an enemy who's constantly trying to dodge you. It's basically like trying to hook someone with Kui. It's very hard to hook because they are always going to expect you, so they keep going left right and trying to dodge you. So that is the only problem you are going to face. If your second ability hits someone, then they are done. You will just spam your first ability and ultimate and finish them off. So yeah, she's pretty easy to play, but not eyes closed level. Dr. Bian is our first candidate of the eyes closed tier. He's not a very strong mage overall and he lacks the range, but right now we are not going to be talking about how strong the hero is. We are going to be talking about how hard it is. In that regard, he's very easy to play. The mechanics are very simple. Only thing you need to understand is you have to increase the stacks for the enemy and then ult. This is not something that is hard. Please don't come argue in the comment section saying there is a lot of skill involved in playing Dr. Bian. The only reason I think he'll be hard to play is because of how weak he is. So if you still want to play him and make him work, if you are making him work, you are obviously doing a very hard job, or you are in a very low league where he is viable. Other than that, in the higher leagues no one picks him. The reason for that is garbage range and garbage burst damage. Okay, Gawa. Gawa is a pretty normal hero. The reason why I don't put him on the same tier as Shiranui, even though he is also a dive type of assassin, is because he is like the simpler version of Shiranui. He is easier to control, and he also is easier to work with. Like Shiranui, you have to be very hard to be properly able to take out one enemy or properly be able to crowd control enemies, but Gawa, it's not like that. You just need to turn your ult and go in the middle of the enemies, and he will automatically do all the damage for you. The only thing you need to know is when to engage and how much gold you have, and whether your gold will be able to help you engage there, right? When you are very low on gold, if you engage, you are just going to die. So that is the only downside to him that makes him hard. That is why he is not in the easy tier and he is in the normal tier. Lady Shen, easy mage. The first ability, the mechanics are all really cool, but they are nowhere close to being hard. They're very simple. You just need to use all her abilities and you will be able to get the work done. You don't need to think too much. They, at least before, they had like you need two enemies to make your first ability work. second ability work. But right now her first ability itself gives her a pillar which you can use to bounce your second ability. So it's very easy now, and she's not eyes closed, because if you use her properly you can achieve a lot with her. So yeah, she's in the easy tier. Okay, Joyu. I would say he's a normal hero or somewhere between normal and hard. The reason for that is, okay, I think he is a hard hero to play, and the reason for that is there is a lot of thinking involved in playing this guy, like a lot of predictions. So you need to predict which direction a fight is going to go. So if the enemies are all moving towards the left, and you start burning towards the left, they will immediately go back to the right. Obviously they don't want to stand on your fire and fight. So the enemies will constantly be trying to avoid your fires, and you need to predict and you need to block their escape routes, or you can just torch the entire ground and make them retreat, or things like that. I have talked about this a lot of times before, he is a mage who can control enemies, the movement of the enemy team. He literally controls the movement of a fight. So how which direction a fight goes depends on fire mage. So to make him effectively work, you need all the knowledge and all the map sense and all the prediction skills that you have. So yeah, he's a hard mage, but not as hard as Shiranui by any means. SEMA again is a hard mage, and the reason for him being hard is he finds it so hard to clear the wave in the middle lane and to establish enough gold lead to be viable at all. That is why you don't see him taken by, mostly nobody takes him, right? And the reason for that is it's very hard to farm with him. The abilities might be very simple, you can just go in, attack and finish enemies off, but no one is going to allow you to simply clear the minions in the middle lane, because he's a melee hero. Any hero like Angela, Xiao Xiao, Shiranui, Lady Shen, everyone will be so annoying to this guy. Like they won't let him clear the wave because they know that this guy is bad in the early game and he can't clear the wave properly. So you have to get through all the annoying enemy heroes, and then if you have gold you'll start attacking. So that is why he's hard, and also he's an assassin mage, so that already makes him quite hard. You have to get in the middle of a fight to deal damage, which is harder than most of these mages who just stand so far away and use their abilities. So yeah, Kongming is a normal hero. He's like a close quarters mage. He deals very high damage in close range, and then he has an ultimate that can reset. There is nothing too hard about him except the fact that you have to manage your stacks. If you manage your stacks properly, you will be able to shine like really well in a fight. When you engage, you will be able to provide much more damage, and you can even secure a lot of kills. And then you need some skill to properly use this ultimate. Most people just tap it immediately out of panic, but if you save it and then if you get a kill with it, you're just going to completely snowball that entire fight. So for that, I'm not going to put him in easy, but he's going to be in normal. Shangan is a hard mage to play. The reason for that is her ultimate is pretty hard in itself. When compared to all of these heroes, her ultimate is hard to use. There is no denying that. So, and also if you are making her work, you are actually really good with her, because she is not a very popular mage or a strong mage right now. She can be very easily countered if the enemies just stand together, which you don't even need to counter pick for her. All you need to do is stand together, and she won't deal any damage to anyone. She'll just deal one damage to each, and then you can just kill her. So a very weak mage, but the mechanics are quite hard, which makes her one of the hardest mages to play and make work in the current meta. Xiao Xiao, very easy mage. I wouldn't say she's eyes closed level. Maybe she is. She's somewhere between these two. But man, oh man, she's the best mage in the current meta, in my opinion. She's the best. If this was the best mages tier list, she'll be at the very first spot, in my opinion. Very, very strong mage. Like insanely valuable and very, 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 very easy to play. I would even put her right here. But yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. She's so easy to play, but she provides so much value. Okay, now Princess Frost. Um, she's not as easy as Lady Zen or Angela, because it's kind of hard to land her second ability, because our opponents are always going to be watching out and since that's a very deadly ability, if they get hit by it, they're just going to die. So the opponents will be like always waiting and watching where you're going to use your second ability. So you have to think one step ahead of them, and then you have to freeze them and then follow it up with your ultimate or your first ability. And to be valuable, just like fire mage, the opponents, even worse than fire mage, the opponents are always going to be expecting where she's going to freeze, and they will be actively trying to dodge it. So to work around it, it takes some skill. So I would say she's a normal mage. She's not easy, right? That is what I'm trying to say. She's a mage. Okay. Mosy, easy mage. Now Mosy seems to have a lot of fans, and I have annoyed them, I think, for a past like in the few videos that I've made so far. Now I think you guys are getting me wrong. I don't think Mosy is a bad hero. The reason why I said Mosy is not good is because I was talking about solo, duo, and trio queue in those videos. I clearly mentioned that Mosy is very good in a 5-man composition because he is an ultimate stunner hero. Sure, he does a lot of damage, but his main utility is his crowd control, and you stun an enemy, and who is going to use that stun? If you are in a 5-man composition, you'll be able to maximize the use of him. That is why I said he's not good in a 5-man composition. But coming back to this video, he is a very easy mage to play. He has a first ability that can help him run away and then again push the enemies back. Second ability is a stun, third ability is a stun, passive is a stun. Everything about him is a stun. So very easy mage to play. Not eyes closed level, because you will be actively trying to snipe enemies from far away, and then the ultimate alone makes him like, if not for the ultimate, he'll also be here. The first ability and second ability are very easy, nothing special about it, nothing hard about them. But the ultimate is very hard to land, especially on 2-3 enemies. If you like manage to perfectly time it and go in and ult them, you'll be very valuable. So yeah, he's not eyes closed level easy, but he is pretty easy. Nuwa is a hard hero, and again, just like Shangan, she's very weak. So if you are someone who makes her work, then you are actually you are doing a very hard job, and you are also good at it. Her abilities, just like Shoyu, are mostly about predicting where the opponent is going to run, and you use your abilities based off of that, and you block the path, or you try to stun them, push them into the stun. And also the third ability is a universal snipe, right? It's pretty hard to land that snipe as well. And you can also use her to steal the objectives if you time it properly. So yeah, overall a hard hero, but a very weak hero. I wouldn't recommend anyone to play her, but if you like put effort into learning her and mastering her, she's definitely worth it. One of the most annoying mages in the game, and if played by an actual main player who plays her, it's going to be very hard. Milady is an easy hero. I wouldn't say she's eyes closed level. She's easy because you have to manage. You can't just tap 3 abilities and call it a day. You have to manage how many minions you have, and when they are alive, you have to use your ultimate to maximize the value that you get out of her. So there is some thinking process involved when playing her, and she's very good against towers, as we all know. The only mage that just takes out all the towers in the map casually is her. So yeah, Milady is easy to play. Gan Mo is a hard hero in my opinion. Now the recently I have a change in my opinion. I feel like since the connecting point is not the only place where she deals damage, I feel like she's in the normal tier. But anyways, I think someone mentioned in the comment that she's a shotgun in close range, and in the middle she doesn't deal damage, and then at the end she deals damage. So it's like this, she deals damage here and here. So it's very hard to play her because you might find her so annoying in the when she's in the opponent, and you'll be like, why is this hero like this? Why is she dealing, not she, why are they dealing that much damage? And then when you play her, you will find out that it's so hard to actually hit enemies with her or them, with them. Okay, it's so hard to hit enemies with them because the enemies, it's like a very small area they deal damage. So yeah, it's a hard hero to play. Daji immediately can be sent to the eyes closed tier. Man, you don't even need to aim your abilities, bro. You just need to tap them. At least with Dr. Bian, you have to pick them up and throw, and then Shao Shao, you have to aim your first ability. But this one, tap, 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 finish off an enemy. You can't make a simpler design for a mage. She's just very simple, but yes, she is effective when played by a good player. She's like more threatening than an assassin itself. Dio-chan. Now, Dio-chan is harder than Shiranui, and the reason for that is at least Shiranui can stay far away and still deal damage with her second ability, but Dio-chan doesn't have anything like that. The only way in which she can deal damage is if she steps in and starts fighting. The first ability has no range. Don't argue with me that the first ability is there to deal damage for you. No, it's the range is nothing. So you have to get in person with the enemy team, and that is how you will be able to deal any damage with her basically. So yeah, she's the hardest mage in the game right now, and she's definitely harder than all these. And yeah, but there are a lot of pro things that you can do with her, like going immune to tower shots, altar shots, enemies powerful attacks, and a lot of stuff like that. And here we go, we have the hardest mage in the game right now, Heino. Guys, it's very hard to play him. Like, you might think he is very easy to play, but you have to mark every single one of the opponents individually, and then only you can maximize the value that you get with your first ability. It's not like you can just tap it and it will automatically mark for you, and then you can just keep tapping again and again and it will automatically attack. No, it's not like that. And then the second ability is pretty hard to use as well. You have to use it properly to get to the melee form, and then you can heal. If you miss it, you'll stay in the ranged form, which is not good, right? So it's very hard to like use the second ability. And the third ability, that's the hardest part about him. If you don't use it properly, you will die, right? You will be in the middle of 5 enemies and everyone will be attacking you, and if you even like hesitate a little bit, or if you delay it a little bit, you will die before you can ult and go out. So in my opinion, right now in the current meta, Heino is the I was obviously kidding. Heino is the easiest MFer in the game to play. Tap, 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 tap. Nothing. You just need to tap. He will do everything for you, right? And he is unkillable. He is having insane burst damage. He can go back in time. He can stun enemies. He can dash. He can melee. He can range. He can do anything. He deserves to be under here. Like, don't play. Don't be a cancer. There should be a tier called don't be a cancer, and we should put him there. That's where he is supposed to be. Yeah, that's the list. See, we don't have a lot of mages in the game right now, and there is no mage that is like impossible level hard to play. All of them are, these are hard but not impossible, like Jin or Luna or stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, that's the list. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Again, tomorrow, that is Saturday, we are going to be having the 10,000 subscribers special live stream. Make sure to be present for that stream. I'll be giving away legendary skins, epic skins and whatnots, and the event is also going to be so much fun. You should try it. Make sure to clear your schedule and join it. I will post the timing in a few minutes today. The exact timing of when the live stream is going to happen. It is going to happen on YouTube, and I would not want any of you guys to miss out on that. See you all on that stream, and I hope you all enjoyed this video and found it entertaining and helpful. And if you did, make sure to support me by hitting the like and subscribe button. I hope you all have a really great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.